Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today I want to talk about the current ammo shortage and prices. Why it seems like the availability is coming back, but the prices are still staying high. So let's talk about it. This channel is proud to be supported by the USCCA. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association helps responsible Americans like you prepare for what happens before, during, and after an act of lawful self-defense. USCCA members get life-saving education, expert training, plus defense liability insurance. These benefits provide more than 500,000 USCCA members with the peace of mind that they deserve. Plus, a USCCA membership is always risk-free with their 100% money-back, bulletproof guarantee. Membership is truly an investment worth exploring. Click the most important link you might click ever down below and activate your U.S. Concealed Carry Association membership now. Okay, so ammo shortages, not a new thing, right? Chances are if you talk to your father or your grandfather, they'll be able to tell you a story about how there was an ammo shortage during their time, how the shelves were empty, and how the prices went through the roof. So this happens in cycles. Anytime there's a national fear of loss of liberty, freedom, security, safety, or maybe even war, there's going to be a rush on ammunition. The ammunition's going to dry up, and then the prices are going to go through the roof, or that happens simultaneously, right? So this again happens in cycles. You guys might remember the last one, about 8 years ago. It was a pretty bad one. There was absolutely nothing available. There was not a single box available online, not a single box available in the brick and mortar stores. There were websites, there were YouTube channels that were actually dedicated to finding out where these shipments were coming when ammunition did come in. And they would find out where the shipments were coming. They would find out when the trucks would drop it off. They would let their followers know when that truck is going to be at what particular store. And people would line up hours before the store opened just to get a 50-round box of 22. So it was really tough 8 years ago just to find one box. And that's where I feel like this shortage is a little bit different. So again, 8 years ago, prices through the roof, availability was almost zero. However, the prices are still through the roof during this shortage. But the difference is I can go online right now and not just find a box, a 50-round box, a 20-round box, whatever it is. I can go online right now and find cases in every major caliber. I've bought these cases over the past few months in every different caliber. When this whole thing started a year ago, I had 10,000 rounds, 10,000 rounds of the two most popular calibers saved up just for YouTube, set aside separate from my personal stash. But I had that 10,000 rounds, so I knew if something like this happened again, I could still conduct reviews. That dried up pretty quick. I had to start spending the extra money to get the more ammunition in here. And during my Google searches, I was surprised to find out that, again, I could find cases. Now, if I can find cases, and let's say one case is maybe 20 boxes, or one case of 1,000 rounds is 50 boxes, okay? If I can find 50 boxes in a case, and there's no limit, and I can buy 10 cases of it, why are the prices still high? So I decided to do my research. I talked to some friends that own brick and mortar stores. I talked to some friends who own online shops, and it seems like the answer was almost exactly the same across the board. Ammunition is still hard to find and expensive for them. I was surprised to find out that the profit margin on ammunition for these brick and mortar and online shops is so low that it actually makes you wonder why they even go through the hassle to get it to begin with. So here's the thing, demand is still high. Demand is being squelched a little bit because the price of ammunition right now is so high that people that might be, in the market for a case at 250 bucks wouldn't be in the market for the same case at $900. So they simply pass on that and they'll just get a couple boxes, right? Because even those couple boxes is close to the price they would have spent on a case in the past. And so that slows things down a little bit, but the demand is still there. So here is what I found out. One, the distributor pricing, okay? So where these stores are getting the ammunition, when they get it from a distributor, the distributor pricing is high. Surprisingly high. And so they're ordering this ammunition, they're paying for shipping, and by the time it actually gets to their shop, the price is so high for them that they bump it up just a little bit to make some profit, but not too much, and it still seems outrageous. Now, I'm also finding that some shops are going through extraordinary measures just to try and find ammunition for their customers. As a matter of fact, there's a store that's near me that gets their ammo, a lot of it at least, that they've been getting third party. What I mean by that is they're actually getting it from somebody who was prepared and stocked up on cases, over time, and maybe they have 50 or 60,000 rounds, and they'll say, hey, I know you got like 60,000 rounds. I'll give you this much money if you sell me 30,000 of those rounds. And obviously the price is, not wholesale. It's above retail that they're paying their friend. They bring it into the store. Then in some cases, they make no profit off of it whatsoever just to be able to have something to sell. So third-party stuff. Then I also found out that some people are just scouring the globe for ammunition. When they do find it, maybe they find it in Jordan, or they find it in Turkey, or they find it in Slovakia, or whatever, Slovenia. They find it in these countries all over the planet, and then maybe they found like a quarter pallet or a half pallet. Then they have to have that quarter or half pallet shipped across the world to the US. So they got to pay for that massive shipping fee and all the expenses that it takes to get it to their store. And even though they found it at a good price on the other side of the world, by the time it gets there, it ends up being the same price as those inflated prices that you would get from a distributor. And so they're trying to find ammunition from pretty much everywhere right now. And that was the same across the board. There are people that just sit there online all day trying to source ammunition for their customers. And it seems like in every instance, whether it's finding it overseas or getting it from a distributor or buying it third party, the price is inflated. It always ends up high. So I even asked one of my friends who owns a local shop here in Vegas, and I said, why do you even bother? I mean, if you're not making a profit, you're putting in all this work, countless hours of work and time and expense and money and employees and everything else that you have to pay for, and you're not making any profit on ammo, why don't you just focus on something else? And the answer is because our customers want ammunition to go with whatever it is that they're buying. So there's a lot of new people right now that are getting into something, they buy it, they have nothing to run through it, and they need something. So it's there at almost no profit just so that person can buy 1 or 2 boxes and at least have something for it. So it's kind of like a gas station, where a gas station really doesn't make all of its profits off of the gas. A gas station, most gas stations make their profit off of you going inside, getting some food, getting some snacks, buying a pair of those cheap sunglasses, spending your money on the things that have a higher profit margin in the store. The gas gets you there. The store is where they make their money. It's sort of like with a brick and mortar shop. If they have cases and cases and cases and boxes of ammunition available, and they get you in the store to buy one of those cases or boxes, there's other stuff in that store that they hope will appeal to you and you'll pick up, and it has a higher profit margin than the case that you just bought of ammunition. And so they'll make their money there. Maybe there'll be something in the case that catches your eye, and they'll be able to make money there. So again, it's not where they're making their money. I know there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, these prices are ridiculous. These guys are making a fortune right now. They're just getting high off the hog. Most people aren't. There definitely are some people that are out there that are price gouging, that are trying to make a massive profit off of your back. They're trying to use this crisis to their own personal advantage. Those people exist, and they're out there right now. But for the most part, just the retail guy, okay? The online store and the brick and mortar guy, those guys are getting just about as screwed as we are. They're doing all this work to try and get people, the ammunition that they need, and they're getting pretty much no reward for it. It's a lot of work and very little reward. So for all those people that get mad, because I've posted about cases and ammunition at Spartan Arms and stuff on my Instagram. Every time they get like a big shipment or something like that that they have for sale over there, I'll post about it. And I've had people actually unfollow me because they're sick and tired of seeing the ammo prices like I set the price. But I let you know it's there, and that's kind of where it stands right now. Now, real quick, let's talk about when I see this ending and when I see the prices coming back. And you guys probably aren't going to like my answer, but I don't think it's going to happen for quite a while. It's not going to happen until people's fears subside a little bit. When they feel that their rights are not going to be stripped from them, or their rights are not currently under attack at the moment, or the fear for their liberty or safety is not currently under attack. Until that happens in a mass form across the country where people just tend to chill out a little bit, until that happens, I think that the prices are going to stay high, and it sucks. Now, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Try and keep in mind that some of this was my opinion. Some of it is based off of the opinion of others and based off facts from others as well. So it's based off of conversations that I've had with friends across the country that work in this specific industry and the stories that they're telling me that I can convey to you. So again, some of it's fact, some of it's opinion. Try and keep that in mind. Hopefully things will be over sooner than later. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.